the title of my presentation is Magic of Teaching and Learning with task-based teaching method. But actually, I want to let you know the magic is what I got the feedback from my students that after I practicing this teaching method. So now I would like to share my PowerPoint. Okay, here. Okay, let's start. Okay. Let's look at these pictures first. I'm pretty sure that most of you already know lots of these teaching methods, and I think you may already practice some of these strategies, and also maybe some of you already want to try out some else. So on my left, these strategies are more teacher directed, but on my right, these are more student centered. So first, I would like to know more about your preference in your classroom teaching. So you may feel free to type. Morning. You may feel free to type in the chat box with whatever you want to try, or you already tried in your classroom. I noticed there are lots of teaching strategies. Maybe you're planning to try this semester. You prefer which one? If you can open the video or talk, I'm fine with it, and I'm glad to I can hear some feedback from you. Oh, Teacher Huang told me I'd love to try flipped classroom. Yeah, that's great. It depends on the purpose. Yeah, Teacher Paris. I prefer student-centered, but with novice learner. Oh yeah. I also have the novice class during in my classroom. I think the massive input is really important as well. Oh, project-based, collaborative learning. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned a lot that you've already tried in your classroom. That's great for me to know. Okay, so you may also type and then we'll move forward, okay? So here, I would like to share directly with my previous experience during our summer camp. Our theme, I was thinking the big idea is global challenge. And the theme is which I chose from the AP Chinese, 6 themes of AP Chinese. So since we only have 15 hours in total, and our learning mode was remote learning previously, and I only have smaller group with this camp with mixed age students. Like I've told you, is second grade to 6th grade, so they're like 7-year-old to 12 years old. So I was thinking maybe I should narrow it down to a specific topic like animal protection. So that is why I tried this theme, the sub-theme, as my topic for my Chinese camp students. Okay, so now I would like to share how to plan a task-based thematic unit. First step, because it's a thematic unit. As a teacher, I really want to make sure that my students are really interested in it. And I also want to know their needs. So I think, so based on my understanding and my knowledge about their background, so I realized that whenever I mentioned animals, they always fell in love with it. And also, I know during the pandemic, almost all of my students already got their pets. And then most of them, they really want to get it, but maybe they need more permission. So I know that they might need more knowledge about what's the responsibilities of taking care of pets, or taking care of any other animals, or they might need to want to know the problems they are facing, the animals are facing now. So that is why I choose this sub-theme, animal protection, to meet their needs. So the second step is seek a just right teaching entry point. I'm pretty sure it's not really easy for for teachers to find the just right teaching entry point. Since I have the mixed age students from different age, although they are similar, like the proficiency level, they're all intermediate level, but they still have different learning styles. They have different interests. So it's a challenge for me. I picked the responsibilities of taking care of pets, this as my entry point. I even made a survey that were all in targeted language to make them feel comfortable to open up their mind. So here, I would like to share with you what my survey looks like. Wait a minute. Okay. Here. Okay. So you may notice that I used the Google form to make the survey. And then since I would love them to engage at the very beginning, because they most of them already have some experience to raising the pets, or they were already thinking about how to raise the pets. So I made this little survey for them based on their different situations. So I already have pets I don't have, but I really want to have. And I want to have more pets I don't have, but yeah. So based on different situation, I designed a different kind of questions. Like if you are already the owner of the pets, then you answer the following questions: where did you get it, and then how long have you been raising your pets, and all different kinds of questions. So if the pet got sick, what will you do with it? So all kinds of questions that will help them to think about it and think about the responsibility they might have or they already have. What
do you do if the kid doesn't have a pet?
But yeah, if someone doesn't have a pet, okay, here, who doesn't have a pet, then don't want a pet, then my question is, why you don't want a pet? If you had a pet previously, and then you don't want a pet, why? Okay, so these questions are I designed for them, and if they doesn't have a pet, then they don't have pet, but they still want a pet, then lots of questions. Whether your parents allow you to have pets, or if they allow you, and your choice. Yeah, I put these survey in the target language so that they can practice, and not to my surprise, they're not afraid to answer this question. They're not afraid to read this question, and then they just complete it. I'm really glad that they have different kind of experience, and they want to share with everybody at the very beginning. Okay, so if you have any question, just type in the chat box. Then I will try my best to answer all your questions. Okay. Okay. So let's continue. So the first step I already share with you is find out their interests and needs, and then the entry point is really important. The third one is clarify the learning targets. I'm pretty sure each of you have already tried it. So for my intermediate level students, I picked those three I showed below, and I want to I propose the final task, which is a real or similar to the real world task. This task is, I really want them to design or create like a real world task, like they can write their own post or flyer, or like a booklet, or anything else they want to try out for animal protection campaigns. So that is the final task I designed for them. And also next step is design a series of scaffold topics which can ensure their deeper learning. So I would like to share with you in my in our camp, because I narrowed down the theme as the animal's voice, and then I divided this theme into 5 parts. The first part is responsibilities to taking care of pets. The second one is the problems that the animals are facing. The third one is animal contribution to the human society. The fourth one is we share many kinds of nonprofit public awareness campaigns with them. And then the last one, we find the bigger, the larger topic is like wild animal protection. Okay, so these 5 topics that I developed for them is all related. And I make sure they're on, they have the priorities based on their my students' level and their experience. So next step is to plan the process of your each task, which can lead to the final task. It's not like we have a couple of small tasks, but it's more really, they're not the same tasks, but they help with each other to build up their knowledge, their experience, and their backgrounds, so that they can make the final task confidently. So the last part is the last part is really important as well, because we need to learn their feedback. So I designed the evaluation for them based on their individual differences. Okay, so now I would like to share what I choose to support these tasks. I'm pretty sure that as teachers, we all know our students well. So my students, their background are high to the learner, and their level are intermediate level from low to high. So I developed three types of materials for them. The first type is level appropriate listening, reading, and other materials. Like I found some true story, real stories for them, for the reading materials. Yeah, and also I found some real news for them. It's a challenging one, but I found out because they have lots of background knowledge, and also they build up their skills gradually during the course, and then finally they can read the news with me. I also select the level appropriate videos and the pictures for them. I should let you know that I prepare lots of resources for you to use, maybe reference for your future teaching. I will send the links for you at the end of my sharing. So these resources I found are really engaging for them, and I think I took tons of times to select the just right materials for them. So you may find maybe it can be used in your classroom, but you may adjust their level or find some just right materials for your own students. Okay, so the second type of the materials I find are the authentic tasks based on the 5C language teaching standards. I would like to talk in deeper with you about the interview, how the interview goes. The interview, like the authentic. Why I choose the authentic tasks, because I realized that if the tasks are authentic or similar like the real world tasks, then my students, they told me they felt like they are really doing something. They are really problem solving something. So they really want to work on it. They have the motivation to learn deeper. So the authentic tasks I prepared for them, the interview one, it includes like interpersonal mode, interpretive and presentational modes all together. I mix them together in one task. And then the third type of the materials I developed for them are the contents from different disciplines. Because I was thinking the theme is animal protection. It's not just only learning the language Chinese with them, but if I brought the some contents from social study, like why should we protect wild animals? Like why should we why we need to like keep connected with the animals perspectives, keep listening and observe the animals from animals perspective. And then we talk a lot of deeper, we have a lot of deeper discussion on these topics, because I brought in the social study part with them. Since they are all meaningful, so they really engaged during the camp. Okay, now okay, so next. Okay, now I want to share with you how the interview went. So how to prepare for the interview task. Yeah, actually the interview task, before I planned it, I was thinking lots of opportunities for my students to interact in the real world. So I have tons of resources I would like to try out with them. For example, I was thinking I may we may interview like the animal shelters here in Seattle, and also we may interview like the Reading with Rover program in the library system. And also we may try, I have lots of connections with the owners of the adoption owners, animal adoption owners, and they all have like similar experience with the animal adoption. So I was thinking a lot, but I finally found out that the organization I previously volunteered for, they have already get their own like fur friend rescue program. That their program, the mission of their program is to help the animal rescue center in Shanghai, China, to find the right animal adoption owners here. So I realized that this can be a real world task to for my students to do. So since most of their volunteers are native speakers, so I think it's really good opportunity for my students to really speak speak in the talking language and communicate with others. So before the interview, I pre-interviewed the program manager of the Fur Friend Rescue Program, and I learned a lot more about the background of the program, and I also checked for the necessary information that my students can get from it. Also, we communicated with each other how the scope of this interview, and also because she is a native speaker, so her speed, her speaking speed is really fast. So we communicate with each other. I hope she can like communicate with my students and like smaller, like slower speed. And we also discussed the time arrangement is really important for the interview. And then before the interview, I also pre-taught my students about the key vocabularies and structures. I will let you know this one, the voice of animals, it's an article for reading comprehension. So we learned these articles together, and we learned some key vocabularies that how to protect animals. And then they have lots of good feedback for this. And then I also, because they are gonna to interview somebody, so I pre-taught them like some interview skills, like raising some good questions, and also I pre-taught their Cornell note-taking skills. So we tried a lot of videos, like we practiced to listen to some animal pets related videos to practice the note-taking skills. And then we tried, I brought them some videos, like show them some videos, or we talk more about the stray pet issues. The animals are facing the problem. So we even have a movie talk like before the interview. It's a real world movie, all related to the interview. So I want to share with you, and you may use definitely because it's it has an English subtitle in English there, but it's in Chinese. Okay, so I would like to share with you this video, and then if you think it's great for you, then you may just use it. Okay, so let's start.
Mama.
So if you couldn't hear it clearly, just let me know. Okay. It's a video they took in the animal rescue center. Mark Zhixiang, in Shanghai, China.
流浪动物，它不是不爱动物的人造成的，它也不是相关政府部门造成的，它是我们所谓的爱狗人士造成的。因为他自己去买一只狗或者领养一只狗，他又不做绝育，他没有正确的爱护动物的理念，他想养就养，不想养就扔了，然后造成了无序的繁殖。
So that is the program.
感觉到他们很幸福，也感觉到很值得。当然，更多的是想念他们，一直有这样一个梦想，有朝一日能闲下来，出去看看他们，有机会去看看他们，跟每一只从我手里救出去的拍照留念一下。
Okay, so this video, they took the video in I think it's in a temple, and then Zhixiang is the head monk of that temple, and they have a whole center. I forgot how big it is, but they found the street animals like almost 8,000, and then they are looking for the like some kind of program, like the program in Seattle, Fur Friend Rescue Program. They are looking for this kind of program that they can help them to bring some, like to bring some animals, the street animals abroad, like to German and also to other countries like America. And these countries, they most of them has better system for raising the pets, raising the animals. So the interviewee, the program manager, she told me that they help a lot with the rescue center, and they even help them to find the flight volunteers who can help them to bring the animals abroad. And then also they help them to find the adoption owners here. So they are, yeah, it's a really interesting cultural perspective. Actually, we talk a lot about how, like in the later topics, like wild animal protection, we talk a lot more about the cultural difference, because different culture, different area, they have different ideas to protect the wild animal as well. So this is only for the interview section. Okay, so let me share more about here. Okay, yeah, sure. I will share the survey link with you, or I have these kind of resources. I already inserted in my slides, and I will share with you at the end of my sharing. Okay, here. Okay, so these are the movie talk. We are in the middle. We are talking about 发现金矿. What does that mean? Because the head monk told us if a doggy mom, the mother dog, they found the mother dog, they were 发现金矿. They're like find out treasure, because they have lots of little dog puppies. They really need to be fed. So that is 发现金矿. Yeah. Okay. So before, let's continue with the interview. Before the interview, I also share the process, what they needed to do step by step, and the rubric of the interview task. So like before the interview, I want them to raise their own questions. And then during the interviews, I want them to ask good questions and also communicate with the interviewees. And then after the interview, I want them to taking notes, complete their notes taking, and then their comment. They can comment on other classmates' note taking, or their comment on others. So during the interview, the only thing I do is list the guided questions. They may the questions may not be theirs, but it really helped them to know what happened, or help them to think about what is the question they can ask. But in the interview, they really have their own questions raised up. So, and then what I only do is listen and facilitate them to ask good questions. So another thing is, as teacher, I gave compliment, and then summarize some of the questions and answers just when necessary. Okay, she is the program manager. Okay, so after the interview, we repeated the process and the rubric before doing, and discuss and record the details of the interview. So we share with each other with the edit drafts and brainstorm ideas to improve and complete the task. Like this, I give them the example that I also took notes with them, and then we share about how to take notes and how to get the information they need. Okay, so some other tasks that motivates my students' deeper learning. I would say when we talk about the dog sharing topic, it's a really controversial topic that during the pandemic, and then our students just they try to debate with each other, and we talk about dog sharing is beneficial or not, and then they learn and identify different types of animal abuse and nonprofit public awareness campaigns. Like this, we find different kinds of behavior. We discuss it, and even if I show them the top 10 pro animal entertainment programs, Then one of my students even told me about her experience to purchase the cat food cafe, and we talk a lot about it, and then they realize, oh, this kind of, even watching the whale's performance, maybe it's not good for the wild animal. So it's really good chance for them to communicate while they are reading these materials. Okay, so these are is the final task, final project that my student developed. He wrote about the elephant protection, and he really know how to find this background, why the elephant are endangered, are facing the endangered problem, and also he listed some of the reasons, and also he found out he has a solution towards this topic and his topic. He told us because of the environment, the humans' behavior in farming, so the elephant do not have enough space to live, to do some activities. So it really help other students to know deeper, to learn deeper. And also my students even created like the posters for the ocean animals, endangered ocean animals, and endangered birds. And also one of my students found out the giant panda. She did some research on this, and she got some data, and then she listed a couple of reasons why the endangered pandas facing the problems, and how we can help them to protect. So this is the final project that my sixth grader created. She created a comic booklet to protect the 穿山甲, and she wrote us a couple of interesting conversations based on her knowledge and what she learned during the summer camp. I really impressed with her drawing, and the conversations are so cute. Okay, so now let's review what is task-based language teaching. What do you think? My understanding from my own experience is we learn by doing something. As we all know, the learning pyramid, the really active learning part may bring the students some more opportunities to practice, and they may learn the best, right? Okay, so some resources. I try to find the task-based teaching resources, reference books. I found out Zheng Miaofen 老师, teacher Zheng Miaofen, she already, she and her group, her team already creates a handbook of tasks and rubrics for teaching Mandarin Chinese. I think it's really helpful because she listed lots of different tasks and rubrics based on the students' levels. And also her, I think her handbooks are based on the 6 big ideas from AP Chinese. So, last I want to share with you is why the task-based instruction is best used in thematic units. From my understanding, to increase student-centered interactions, use authentic language in meaningful communications, link knowledge from different disciplines, build practical communication and collaboration skills, motivate deeper learning of big ideas is really important. Okay, so last I will share with you, thank you for staying really a long time, I will share with you with all my all my resources. These are the links. Of my presentation, and you may find lots of links, including some other video links there under the slides. And also I created a Google Drive for you to get the resource that I already prepared for the class, some of them. And then I think it's really helpful because I spent tons of time to find these just the right videos and pictures. Okay, so any questions? It's already 45 minutes. Any questions? Okay, so let me look at the questions. Okay, want the link. Okay, Li Shufen 老师 shared with me, my 5th graders are going to learn PATH. Do you mind share? Okay, sure. Yeah, I already shared with you. They are not heritage learners, but would like to see. Sure. Okay. 李淑芬老师 did you get the...
我看到你的 Google 这个 Drive 这个 link， 谢谢啊。
Okay, great. Okay,
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for sharing. 很棒。
You're so welcome.
Okay, yeah. 因为我5年级也马上要学 PATS， 所以，但是我的孩子水平就不行的，因为不是 heritage。没有关系，就是可以。老师，如果你有问题，因为我也有就是novice level 的学生，然后呢，我的建议是你可能要考虑那个 news 是不是给他们听，因为我觉得一些 story 你可以 find some reading materials on the， 如果你有那个 iChinese reader， 我是 find 有一些 reading materials， 我找到的是从那个iChinese reader 上，它有 level 的。你可以看一下这方面很多，包括它是有 animal protection 的这一块，我觉得很好。然后另外一个是，如果您需要的话，我这边有真实的，就是那个志祥就是那个志祥师傅在那个上海的那个一些 video 和一些 resource， 我看到您给我的那个 email 了，我可以发给您。然后有一些真实的报道。就是我给他们的 reading comprehension， 因为他们的 level 稍微高一些，所以呢，我有一些做好的是高级一点的，就是有一些他们可以自己读，或者是他们我划出来有一些词汇啊，然后他们知道这些词汇，然后他们查好以后可以自己读的，你可以参考一下。因为如果您需要就是那个 program manager 的那个联系方式，我也可以跟您 好，谢谢。对，我的学生比较那个 very novice level， 就 novice 最多达到 mid 吧 ，mid 也达不到。
但是我觉得这个 topics 其实 novice level 也是可以的，没有问题。
对，但是小孩子
要筛选一下那个材料。
对小孩子应该比较贴近他们的生活。
是的。
谢谢。
没有关系，里面有很多 video 您可以参考。
好，谢谢 ，awesome, amazing, thank you，
谢谢您。
OK，
any questions？ 黄老师有其他的问题吗？我这些 link 都拿到了吗？
我看到了，实在是太感谢您了。我刚刚就在里面看，你里面好多材料，很多资料可以参考。那我的学生的水平也是比较低的，不过这一个 topic 像你讲的，他们应该会很喜欢。
我觉得 novice level 的话，就是注意那个输入要多一些，因为我现在我自己有的 novice level，他们也是 heritage learner，但是他们一般不太说中文了，所以就是 novice level 的话，我自己觉得就是用一些就是他们生活中的特别是我是用那个 comprehensive input 给他们更多一些。然后我那里面有些 video 其实是可以看的，包括我可能考虑再放进来两张那个，就是那个企鹅，就是那个老爷爷救了那个企鹅，然后企鹅每年回来看他，我觉得像这种 story based 的那个 video 是可以给他们看的。
我可能就是要 scaffold 多一点，就慢慢一点一点给他们输入他们的需要的那个材料。
是的，是的，就我觉得那么多资料，其实精选一些适合自己学生的，我就觉得足够了。因为这个也是我的一个新尝试，我主要用的是 task based，我感觉反正学生的反馈比较好，而且之后那个 camp 以后，学生还在说什么时候能做其他的，然后说有一些他们就用在上面，他们说我记得了那个大象。就是那个 endangered 的，它是为什么？他们都会联系到其他的学科。
太棒了！我要把你的这个 idea 弄到那个环保，因为我接下来是要教环保这一块，所以可以。
环保其实也很好。一开始我想做那个环保，但是后来就是我考虑了一下，因为我觉得那个 animal 可能更加贴近于他们。我先上 animal， 然后可能我就会介入那个环保的。环保也有很多那个 video 也是很好的，我没有全部找齐，但是我觉得那个 topic 非常好，很容易让他们有那个共鸣。
因为今年是我第二年教 AP， 去年我觉得我就做的不是很好，那今年我就想要多加一些真实语料在里面了。
是，环保的话，我觉得有一些 idea，其实我这里是本来想跟大家讨论，接下来就有2个 topic 可以做。我说环保有一些 idea 可以让他们做垃圾分类，然后还可以让他们就是结合他们的艺术啊，就是他们可以用一些废物利用啊之类的。
是啊，太感谢您了，谢谢。
好的，谢谢您来听。好，周末愉快。
再见。
好，再见。